In this PowerPoint, we're going to talk about evolutionary changes. So the changes that evolution is causing. This is the start of chapter 17. There are three main causes of evolution. One is genetic drift, 2, gene flow, 3, natural selection. So each of these will be explained throughout the PowerPoint. Genetic drift is random changes in gene frequency. So it can affect, the strongest effect is on the small population, so the genes are changing the smaller populations. It's mostly natural disasters is what it's occurring in. So like a tornado, hurricane, those things can cause a genetic drift. So individuals that carry a particular allele or particular trait, they may leave more descendants than other individuals leave just by chance. So over time, a series of change can occur, and it can cause an allele to become more or less common in a population. So this image kind of shows what's happening. So we have one red, we have a whole bunch of blues and greens are coming out of this bottle here. So this is after it's gone through a genetic bottleneck and the population is decreasing. Then here, the next population, we only have one red again, whole bunch of greens and less blues. So there are two types of genetic drift. The first one is the bottleneck effect, so what you saw in the previous image. And if you need to, you can go back to look at it. Populations greatly reduced for one or more generations. So it's the loss of genetic diversity. And this is an example of bottleneck. So it says northern elephant seals. That's what these images are. It says bottlenecked event. So the bottlenecked event would be humans hunting in the 1890s. The population size was 20 individuals at the end of the 19th century. So this is caused by the bottlenecked event. Now population is 30,000, but their genes still carry the marks of the bottleneck. So they still show what has happened. So much less genetic variation due to this. Another is the founder effect. So new colonies started, it reduced the variation, non-random sample of original population. So here it says founder effect. A few individuals from a population start a new population with a different allele frequency than the original population. So we have down here, we have some red ladybugs, some yellow ladybugs, but only one red ladybug travels to a new location. Okay, so now we have just red ladybugs on the island because going somewhere else. So examples include iguanas from South America, American mainland populating Galap. So they're populating the islands. We have the gene flow is a movement of individuals between populations, and it can alter allele frequencies. So movement of individuals are gametes between populations, alters for frequencies to counteract the lack of genetic diversity in the remaining Illinois' greater prairie chickens. Researchers added 271 birds, successfully introducing new alleles. So they added different birds so that way different alleles would interact with each other. So the mating, if they mated, it would bring a whole new species, whole new population there. So natural selection is changes in allele frequencies. So there are three types of natural selection. There's stabilizing, directional, and disruptive. So natural selection we also had discussed previously and last week. So this should be kind of more into it of the types rather than explaining what it actually is. So stabilizing, which is one type of natural selection, it favors the middle. So anything that's going to occur, any kind of event that's going to occur in the middle is going to favor. So here, the dots represent the original population and the population after the selection. So after an event were to occur, the population is going to skyrocket, but it's only going to go up a lot in the middle right here. Directional selection is one extreme trait is favored. So here again we have the original population, the dotted lines. Then we have the population after the selection. So one trait is favored. So right here, as you can see, it would start low right here, and it's starting way over here on our graph. So the extreme happens, the population changes. Disruptive selection is two extremes are favored. So, and the selection is against the mean. So the original is, again, the dotted line. The dark line is after selection. So here we have an increase in population right here. Then we have a decrease in population during the event, and maybe another increased population. This would show disruptive selection. And that is the end of this PowerPoint.